Hi everyone! So I created this basic simple look. It's a classic look, gold eyeshadow and red lipstick and wing liner, and I share some of my tips in this tutorial. So if you would like to know how to do your basic base makeup, your eye makeup, keep on watching. You must use a moisturizer. So I take about this much moisturizer on my hand. So after we're done using our moisturizer, the next step is using a primer. And after I'm done with that, I start with my foundation. The next step I like to use is a concealer. And then I basically draw like a kind of like a triangle straight down and then straight up this way. Again, straight down, straight up this way. And then another area I like to focus is this inner area because it's very dark for me, so I'll put it here, here, and then even on top of my eyelids, because now when I put it on top of my eyelids, it's going to also act as a eyeshadow primer. Foundation is done, concealer is done. Next thing is setting all of this. So how you set it is using a powder. So a powder, you could use something that's in a compact, or you can use a loose setting powder. I like to use a loose setting powder, and where I basically put it is underneath my eyes to set that concealer, on top of my eyes because we just put that primer and now we need to set that. So when we start using our eyeshadow, it blends easily and it's not tacky. And then overall just in this T-zone because that's where I get oily. So the next step is using a bronzer. So bronzer basically adds your shadows back into your face. So when you put a foundation on your skin, you basically made a blank sort of canvas, like a one-tone, one-dimensional face now. But now you need to bring back those angles, your cheekbones, you know, the natural shadows that are already there on your face, you need to bring them back. So bronzer is generally like a deeper tone, you know, powder that's, you know, darker than your skin tone. And the areas you put it is here, underneath your cheekbones, up top, and to contour your nose. And I like to make a fish face. So a fish face is basically like pouting. And when you see that line that forms here, underneath your cheekbone, that's where you're going to put your contour. So, tip, hold the brush at the end. Don't hold it here. If you hold it here, you're adding pressure. Hold it at the end. And just lightly go. Now, next step is a blush on. So blush on adds color back to our cheeks and gives a nice natural flush to our face. So with the blush, you can take like a fluffy brush, dip it in. So I'm just gonna again do the smile or a pout, whatever works, so you can see your cheekbones. So for eyeshadow, I'm just going to be showing you a basic look, which is a gold base eyeshadow. The first step I like to do is add a transition shade into my crease. So now this area, let me show you with a brush. This area, the hollows here is known as your crease. So what I like to do is take a shade like this one, which is a very light brown. Now, I will take a brown shade that it will just deepen that crease up a little bit more. I'm gonna come a little bit more closer to you, and I'm just gonna use like this and this like a little bit blended together. Tap off the excess. So now I've made sure both my eyes look similar, and it's all in my ends. So now I need a base shade over here just to make it look nice, shiny, and pretty. So I'm going to be using a gold shade with a flat brush, and I'm going to mix this shade and a little bit of that shade. It just looks a little bit harsh right now because I just added that gold shade. So I want to blend that brown shade that we added at the end and then this gold. Okay, now I'm happy with how much I've blended. And the next step is the eyeliner. So for my eyeliner, I like to use a pen. It's a felt tip pen. It's so much more easier. You have more control when you're working with this. So now for eyeliner, what we have to do is follow the shape of our eye. So I'm gonna come closer to you. I'm gonna close my eye. Make short, quick strokes. So now the next step is doing our wing. So for our wing, how it goes, you follow this line. It's an invisible line from the lower lash line to the edge of your eyebrow. So that's the angle that we're looking. So what I do, start from here, make a line towards my eyebrow, and then just fill this area. And there you go. Your wing is ready. Now I have applied eyeliner on both my eyes, made sure I matched it. Next step is kajal pencil or Kohl pencil, putting it just on my lash line. Now the next step in our makeup is highlighting our face, my favorite step. So this palette also has a highlighter, so I'm just going to take this highlighter here, rub it in. My favorite thing, top off the excess. And just now highlighter is just going to go on this area, on my cheeks, on my nose, my eyebrow bone, my cupid's bow. Cupid's bow not necessary. If you don't like it, don't do it. I love having it here, that's why I do it. So again, gentle hand. It's the areas where light naturally falls on your face. Now for the last step, lipstick. So I'm using a red lipstick here because that's the look I'm going for. And then again, I'm gonna put some setting spray just to lock my makeup in one last time. There you go, and this is this makeup look. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you.